Hey everyone, as you can see, I'm not wearing any makeup today. I'm not going to be doing makeup in this video. This video is a bit more of a serious topic. It's actually a video about another YouTuber. If you don't know, there is a girl called Pastel Belle on YouTube. Now, what she does is, the main focus of her channel at the moment is interviewing survivors of grooming, of sexual assault, all that kind of thing. But it's not all as lovely as it seems. And the reason that I'm here making this video today is because I want to kind of send a message to Belle that she needs to do better. I first became aware of Pastel Belle when I was looking at the whole Darby Vanity case. Now, I was only looking at that out of curiosity and because I was watching other commentary YouTubers at the time, and I came across Belle's videos. Now, Belle, like I said, she interviews survivors. Now, I'm going to say that because she doesn't actually vet the stories. She doesn't have any hard evidence that what these people are telling her is true. I'm not saying in any way that they're not survivors and they're lying. That's not what I'm saying at all. But what I'm saying is Belle doesn't have any evidence that their stories are true. So Belle is continuously interviewing these people on her channel. She's made something like 31 videos on Darby Vanity, for example, and the whole Darby Vanity case and Darby Vanity survivors. Now, I'm not saying that Darby Vanity isn't a monster. I'm not saying that he didn't do things to girls. But what I'm saying is Belle has no evidence to prove these claims. And for me, this is where the whole thing becomes very dangerous, because if you're reporting on something without evidence, if you're, pretending to be some kind of journalist, some kind of Chris Hansen or something, paedophile hunter, without any actual evidence of what you're saying, of what you're putting out on YouTube, it's very dangerous. It's very dark. You could also put yourself at risk of being sued as well. If you think about it, if you're making 30 plus videos on somebody, accusing them of sexual assault, then for me, that's when it's slander. You don't have evidence, only what people are telling you, which I understand that maybe from Belle's point of view, maybe she thinks that she's doing something good for the survivors, but really it's very, very self-serving, because if you think about it, Belle is profiting off of the survivors' stories. Belle is making these videos every week, with survivors. She's making money by interviewing survivors, which I'm not trying to stop anyone's bag, but it's about doing what's right. It's about ethics, and Belle is there making money from interviewing survivors when she has no evidence of anything that they're saying. So it is slander to put that out. Okay, people who've been groomed, for example, claim they've been groomed by a celebrity. They might think they've been groomed by a celebrity, but it could actually turn out to be a catfish. So this is all very, very dangerous. If you're going to go on YouTube, sit down with a survivor, someone who says they've been groomed by a celebrity, but you don't know if that was a catfish account, how are you then gonna, continue with that narrative that this celebrity has groomed this person, or this YouTuber has groomed this person, when you have no evidence? It's just not right, and as I said, I think Belle really needs to be careful, because I think she could find herself getting sued by people if she continues to push these narratives. As well as Belle putting herself at risk of being sued, there's also the fact that she's really feeding in to cancel culture with what she's doing. You know, like with the Dovey Vanity case, you've got other commentary channels also making a lot of videos on this topic already. People like Jeffree Star are being dragged into it as well. And it's like, oh yeah, let's cancel these people. Again, you have no evidence. So you're trying to drag people, trying to cancel people, trying to really, really put a black mark on their name, ruin their careers without actually having any evidence behind it. That's a huge problem. You know, it's a huge problem with the internet. It's a huge problem that she's not entertaining the idea that some of these people could have been catfished. You know, that some of these people could have been contacted by people who aren't the YouTubers that they think, or who aren't the celebrities that they think. Belle is not even presenting that in any way on her channel. That to me is extremely dangerous. By Belle sitting down with these survivors, you know, it's not contributing anything to the case. If it's the case that you're trying to get someone like Dovey Vanity put in prison, Belle sitting down with survivors, making these interviews on YouTube is not helping. It's not going to go any way to getting Dovey put in prison. So what is the purpose of it? You know, for me, the only purpose of it that I can see is for Belle's own gain. You know, Pastel Belle's own gain. As I said, she is profiting off of doing these interviews. If it's the case that you need to pay your rent, you know, there are retail jobs. You know, you don't have to exploit rape and abuse survivors to pay your rent. I just think that she needs to be very careful and, you know, maybe refocus her channel. She used to be a makeup channel. So now, because she's found that this is more profitable for her to interview survivors, to sit there and sort of play like a therapist, when, by the way, she doesn't have any qualifications. She's not a qualified trauma specialist, which is the other thing that's really important here. If somebody is asking these questions to survivors, talking to survivors about their experiences, and they're not a qualified therapist, they're not a qualified trauma specialist, then they could end up doing more harm than good. And that's what I'm concerned about personally, as someone who is a rape survivor myself and who has been through sexual abuse, trauma. I know the importance of going into therapy and actually sorting out your issues like that, you know. So it makes me angry to see someone like Belle kind of interfering and using it for their own gain, especially when they've got no evidence that anything that they're putting out is the truth. So that is the main thing that I wanted to say to Belle today. I'm going to stop this here for now, but I don't really want to make any more videos on it or anything like that. I just wanted to come here, say my piece. It's out, it's done with. But there are other YouTubers who've also caught on to what Belle's doing, and you know, I've watched their videos and stuff too. But just to say, I'm not the only one who does feel this way. There's a YouTuber by the name of Cracked Rack who has caught on to Belle and what she's doing. There is another YouTuber called Courtney Remarks, which I shall link her video down below, because in her video she said a lot of the things that I myself wanted to say. So I'm going to link her video down below, and please, I encourage you to watch that one for some more context on the situation, because she did bring up a lot of the points that I wanted to say. And I feel like there's no point me going over the things that she's already said. So I'll link her video in the description down below. But what I also wanted to say is Courtney Remakes, she's the one that gave me the courage to sit here and sort of address Belle, basically. You know, as a survivor, it's difficult when you see people profiting off of survivor stories and things like that. You know, and she is the one, Courtney Remakes, she's the one who's given me the courage to sit here and address Belle and say, hey, you know, what you're doing is really not it, you know. So my loves, with that, I am gonna leave it here for today, and I will be back very soon with more makeup content. Like, you know, I don't want my channel to be a place that's about paedophiles and paedophile hunting. You know, I want my channel to be a happy place, and you know, I do my makeup, my tea, that kind of thing, and I want to keep it light and I want to keep it that. So that's what I'm gonna do. And with that, I am gonna love you and leave you, and I will see you on the next one. Take care. Bye guys.